My safe word will be whiskey.
Sorry, Rod, what was that?
Whiskey.
Your friend's wasted, Anakin.
Check this out!
Pork chop sandwiches.
Freaking pump! I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day!
Oh! Man, he hit his ass with a parking towel.
Yeah.
Man, nice.
God, I go to church every goddamn Sunday. You gonna bring the demons out of me?
No matter what you do, I will be proud of you, even if you receive a liberal arts degree. Baby time. It's baby time. It's wait, I wasn't finished.
All right, give him the stick. Don't give him the stick.
You know my dad?
Oh, G.I. Joe.
What the fuck? No, this is my hat now. This is totally my hat.
Totally my hat. Totally my hat. What's up, y'all? How's it going? Welcome to Rowdy Rundown number 19. 19. I've done this specific stream format 19 times. So next week it's 20, which is, I never thought I'd make 20 live streams, well, not consecutively. I didn't do it every week, but I try to. And I've been doing it every week the last couple weeks. So give me some credit. But welcome to the Rowdy Rundown. So last weekend was Comic-Con. So I figured today there's some stuff I didn't get to, stuff we talked about that hadn't been revealed yet at that point. So I figured I'd get to it today. Sorry. Let's get to the chat really quick. First of all, what's up, Kaiju Kitty? How's it going? One of my mods, titular heroine. I can't fucking talk, y'all. How's it going, CJ? Stu, welcome. Thank you. My other mod, Leia Glacia, welcome. Richard Sampson, what up? MTC, how's it going? I'm the video clips master. I try. If you want to see a video clips master, go check out Ayo Frankie's streams. I gotta ask him some tips about how he does his intro and stuff, because his is amazing. What's up, Derek? How's it going? Yes. So I think I got to everyone that's here so far. FD, what's up? We got this, a wizard. Is that Beast? I can't see. I'm blind. And a gold heart. Girl, you think I'm gonna get to 100? We'll see. All right. Well, first let's talk a little bit, because there's this. I'm going to see Fantastic Four on Monday. We didn't go on Wednesday, obviously, because I would have talked about it. I would have made a review. But there's this horrible, like, it's backfiring completely. But there's this smear campaign going on about Pedro Pascal right now, and it's really funny to see. So if you don't know, Pedro Pascal called out J.K. Rowling for being human garbage, which she is. It's not a debatable fact. And so she's funding this smear campaign where people are saying, oh, Pedro Pascal makes women uncomfortable. Look how much he touches them, blah, blah, blah. And the people that have really latched onto this are the men that have never touched a woman in their life and will never for the foreseeable future get to that point. So they're all in on this, and it's just not working. It's really funny to see. Pedro Pascal is a great person. Women are comfortable with him because he's not trying to sleep with them. That's the main thing about it. So I just wanted to talk about that briefly before we get into what's up, ETN Omega. How's it going? I just want to talk about that briefly because it's really funny. I was on Reddit and I saw someone post a picture of Fantastic Four Pedro Pascal with Emma Frost being like, well, I'm sorry, I just get really anxious when my wife is around. And he's going in to grab her, her chest area. And all the comments are just railing on this dude. And it's fun. It's fun. What up, Virgo? Thank you for looking out for me at that Psylocke. I got really, let me talk about that really quickly too. So Virgo was kind enough the other day. She was looking out for Psylocke and she let me know that she had it. They hit it for me and I was going to get paid. But when I stopped, I was like, you know what? I got paid. I'm going to run into Target. It's on the way home. It's like 20 minutes away from my house, but it's on the way home because I go right by it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop in there because I've seen the restocks on this Psylocke, and lo and behold, they had 2 packs. They had Psylocke and Thanos, 2 of those. So I grabbed one, obviously. And if you're not a channel member, then you can't see the review. But if you are a channel, it'll be up on Saturday. So you have to wait a whole another day to see it. But if you're a channel member for 99 cents, by the way, it's a good deal. You get to see in my opinion, awesome Psylocke review. So I think it was a good review. It was a fun video. I like Psylocke. There are some issues. Obviously, it's Marvel Legends. It's a domestic figure. It's something you get at mass retail, which Target has I'm not giving any credit to Target because I hate that company. They suck. They're awful. Target exclusives are awful. Walmart exclusives are awful. All that stuff is awful. But credit to distribution from Target. Actually restocking that immediately. It's still, if you check the website, ignore it. Just go into Target and look. I'm sure you'll find it because everyone that wants that Psylocke definitely has the opportunity to get it if you go into a Target. Unfortunately, you have to cross that red lit threshold and be like, ugh. But it is what it is. Thank you, Virgo, for looking out. And if anyone needs one, hit up Virgo because they her and Roughshod here. What's up, Roughshod? Have one put aside. So if you need one, hit them up. Virgo is the Psylocke gatekeeper. That she is. All right, so on to the first thing I want to talk about from San Diego Comic-Con. Because this company has been my favorite toy company, I think. Going on 2 or 3. By the way, I love my nails on this hand. They're so pretty and long. These are my real nails. No acrylics, no nothing. And then this one's all busted because I'm right-handed. Well, not this one. But I just saw that. And I was like, dang. And I'd be chewing on this one too. Like when I get anxious, I'm chewing on my nails. So that's, sorry. I distracted myself. All right. My favorite toy company the last couple years has been Jada. Because they be killing it. What's up, man? Menjoza. Jada's been killing it. Shout out to Toy Arc, obviously. They had to go with the SDCC updates. So here are their unreleased. Well, I say unreleased, but Ayo Frankie has his hands on Vega already, so he's working on his Vega video. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But so these are their unreleased Street Fighter figures that they still have to release, which the wave's almost over. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7 left. And then at the top, they've got their Street Fighter Alpha stuff. And they had, well, no, because Storm was doing it first. And they revealed, I think, 3 or 4 figures at San Diego Comic-Con. Sorry if I get a little behind the chat at this point because I'm distracted by toys. All I need is Vega, and I have them all except for the 2 player fix. Yeah, I'm not getting any of the player 2 skins. I don't need that for Marvel vs. Combat. I can't wait for Zangief. But player 2 Cammy, nah. And this is, what's his name? I forget what his name is, but someone will remind me. It's not Dan, it's Charlie. We got Street Fighter's Alpha Charlie from Jada, not from Storm, from Jada. And look, so I wanted to point this out as well. These legs, these knee joints are new. So these are kind of like SH Figure Arts knees, in that they have the cylinder with the double joint on the side as opposed to like a hinge that is really ugly. These look a lot better. Like the 2.0 Ryu, which is what they're calling their Alpha, also has this. So you can see what I'm talking about here. All of these still have the separated knee joint, which is fine. It works well. It's pinless. I don't mind. But seeing Jada moving forward like that, I want to see Chun-Li. Oh, we'll get to that. Seeing them move forward like that with the articulation is really, really great. And so is seeing all these Scooby-Doo things together. Really, really excited to at least get the gang. I don't know about the monsters with how expensive shit's going to be pretty dang soon. But I definitely want the gang. And then here, I know people were asking about it last week, and we were talking about it on Thursday, which was the preview night. And I was like, just wait for Jada's panel. Just wait. They will have Invincible figures. So here we are with the first wave of Invincible. We've got Blue Suit, Invincible, we've got Kid Omni-Man, and we've got Conquest. I have not finished the season. I don't even think I've started that season of Invincible. But for me, like, if I get this Invincible figure, if I get Omni-Man, and if I get Adam Eve, I'm good. That's all I need. I can tap out. Because if I want to do photography, I can have Invincible fighting Omni-Man or whatever, and I don't need the whole line. It's not something I need to go all in. Oh, just talking about toys, checking out the SDC stuff. Conquest in the show is crazy. I heard he was voiced by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which is funny because obviously Daddy Winchester, but Papa Winchester. But also he's Negan, obviously Robert Kirkman, Walking Dead. This is also Robert Kirkman, Invincible. So what's up, Infamous? How's it going? I'm guessing that's a line from the show. Stand ready for my arrival. Hey, Jada came cooking. Okay, so now that they have these, I don't want to see any more Invincible customs. I don't want to see any more. I really don't. Like, we have these. These look great. I don't care about the mess toys Invincible. All that is done. Jada, you have my attention. You've had my attention since you started Street Fighters. Y'all can do well, I'm not going to say that because we all know once the toy company gets bigger, they do some wrongs. And we'll talk about that kind of stuff too in this stream. But Conquest looks good. Don't need them. I have a feeling even when I watch the show, I'll be like, nope, I'm on a more restricted budget when it comes to toys. That being said, I think I'm at the point where I can actually use my YouTube money to buy toys. So hopefully I will have a members first video again every week here pretty soon. We'll see. Life always kicks you when you're just like, oh, I'm getting it going. What's up, Dave? How's it going? Welcome. He also has a hinge knee setup, a little bit different than the Street Fighter figures, but that's because they're bigger. But you can see what I mean, how it's kind of styled like SH Figure Arts, where it's on a hinge with double joints as opposed to that just straight up, these are joints, and they separate. So looks good. The paint definitely looks better than the Diamond Select versions. I got the hiccups, y'all. That's what's happening right now. The paint definitely looks better than the Diamond Select version because they made him look ghastly pale and he had no like discernible features on his face because of it. So the paint is already better. These are just prototypes, however. So I'm sure that you can do whatever you want, FC. I'm just saying, I've seen so many Invincible customs over the last year specifically since this season started. It's been like crazy. And then we got Kid Omni-Man. Obviously it's a prototype. We've got some paint markups and scratches and all that stuff. So hand painted prototypes, but they had them in hand at San Diego Comic-Con. Like I said they would. I told y'all. I said, hey, they're doing Invincible. They're not going to not show it. There's closer looks. Obviously, Toy Arc, there's their watermark, so credit to them once again. Really good looking paint. You can see the eye is painted nicely. He's got his big old scar. Same with this. You don't really need, like, all you need is the right skin tone to bring out features, and they gave him a little bit of inner lip, it looks like, as well. Hand painted, so it may look different. But the Diamond Select ones, I'm so glad that I'm not glad that Diamond doesn't exist for Diamond collectors, but I'm so glad that they're not doing Invincible anymore. Someone who can actually who's actually allowed. Well, the thing is, so Diamond Select wasn't allowed to do better articulation for their Marvel stuff, but that wouldn't have stopped them from doing better articulation for everything else. But they're just like, we're going to stick with the Marvel Select scheme. So they never really pushed the boundaries of articulation. What's up, Gonzo? How's it going? Thank you for popping in. Welcome. We're talking about the reveals we missed last week. And then next week, I got to come up with an actual talking point as opposed to just looking at toys. I mean, I'll look at toys, obviously, but you know what I mean. This is an easy cop-out. I was like, what can I do today? Because I always forget it's Thursday. Like, I don't forget the day, but there's just so much going on. Like, Wednesday's payday, so I did laundry. I got some groceries. I did all that stuff. I went into Target and got my Psylocke. And then I crash out. Like, I got home today. after work, and I crashed out for like 3 or 4 hours, and got a burn on my tattoo. It's kind of itchy. Shouldn't scratch it. But yeah, I'm here. It's Thursday. Rowdy Rundown. Here's a better look at Charlie. Obviously, there's going to be paint scuffs on these prototypes, but once again, there's those much better 2.0 style knees that we're going to be getting from now on from Jada. And here's the Alpha Ryu. Now, would y'all say that this is a better look for Marvel versus Capcom? Because this is like, I have the Storm Arena one pre-ordered, but this one, it looks great too. And I really feel like this is the more Marvel versus Capcom look. I don't want to get rid of my Jada stuff, but I only want them for Marvel versus Capcom. Not that I don't like the figures, like the Street Fighter stuff. But I don't also want to have to replace every single one and sell off every single one. So, yeah, it is, because he's got the white long headband. So that picture of him and Captain America dapping it up, he's got the white long headband. So yeah, this is more, like I thought, a more MVC look. There's those knees in a neutral position, which, like I said, it just works better. It's, yeah, Versus Series is Alpha. So damn it, there we go, Jada. You're gonna get me again. What's up, EQ King? How's it going? Damn you, Jada, you're lucky I love you. But it's his opinion. I'm sure Jada Alpha. Yeah, the thing is, nobody has had these Jada Alphas in hand at this point, and I'm sure they're looking at what Storm Arena was doing and doing those improvements and trying to get as comparative as possible. Cyclops more than daps him up. That's like the scene in Predator, you son of a bitch, and they just fucking bro out. You know, that's how Cyclops and Ryu dap people up, I guess. Monsters from Jada from Scooby-Doo. Okay. Oh shit. Hello, go back please. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know, I don't remember the names of all these guys, so I think this is what the robot skeleton, I don't know. Obviously he's a robot skeleton. Oh yeah. Ooh, Rebecca, you look great. I may get rid of my gun girl and just wait for Jada, because Rebecca's supposed to be small. And Maine looks good. All my homies hate Atom Smasher, but they hate how good he looks. My God, look at this thing. I'm sure this will be like a $50 something figure because of how big he is, which is fine. It's Jada. Well, I'll trust the quality, as opposed to McFarlane's $60 Doomslayer. I'm seeing people review that. Like Toy Gaines totally nailed it on the head. Shout out to Toy Gaines. Nailed it on the head with his review of a figure about how it shouldn't be $60. It should not be $60. But I'm sure this will be close to 60, but it's understandable. It's completely new sculpt they've never done before in a new size. Lots of sculpt detail, lots of paint. And I'm sure he'll come with some great accessories, because Jada's... Go back. I want to see Rebecca closer. Where's Rebecca? Did they really do all that and not get a close-up of Rebecca? Are you kidding me? Or Maine? That's all I'm going to get? Wow. She's got a soft goods jacket. I believe he's got a soft goods vest. I could be wrong. But Jada, the only problem I have with the David figure is the chain around his neck is what's up, Robert? Thanks for popping in. Hope you have a good day at work. God, I want that Rebecca. She looks better than the Gun Girl. Gun Girl's way too big. All right, so going back, I did see, here we go. Chun-Li. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Chun-Li. Or Street Fighter Alpha Chun-Li. Sorry. She also, actually, I don't know about her. I don't know about her knees. Look at the inner joints in her arms. Those are definitely different than the first Chun-Li. Her arms are also thicker, and she's got butterfly joints. This is definitely a cop. Like Chun-Li, Cammy, I'm getting them. And if I can get the Jada ones, I don't need the Alpha or the Storm ones. So I can just keep it all in the family, you know? And I know the Alpha head sculpts are a little harder to nail, but I think this looks good. I think once it releases, we'll have obviously the prototypes. Prototypes are hand painted. They're the figure that they got from the factory. They paint them up. I'm trying to. Yeah, it looks like she also has the circular knee joints. They're just smaller, so it's harder to tell. But I really like the way Jade is going with this stuff. It looks great. They're just making a lot of improvements. The head has me worried. Like I said, Shane, also, what's up? It's a prototype, so she does look a little long-faced, but I'm sure Jada has plenty of time to hear the criticisms and fix it. I really like the tracksuit look. It's pretty good look. But she's not dressed like this in Marvel vs. Capcom, is she? I don't remember. All right, so from the good, let's go to the bad. Let's get it out of the way. It's everyone's favorite. We're going to talk about, where is it? Everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite. It's me, Todd McFarlane. You'll buy my stuff and you'll love it, and it's going to be great. Everyone wants Mortal Kombat 11 figures still. You know, Mortal Kombat 11 is an old game. We're going to fall. All right, I'll stop. So here is McFarlane Showcase 4 Fallout and Mortal Kombat. You know how I feel. We're just going to look at it. Like, you can even see how the design of this Brotherhood of Steel power armor would even lead it to have double jointed knees, but I guarantee you it's a single joint there. If it has any joint at all. I can't really tell. But the shoulder obviously has a single joint. You can see that with the way it's turned right there. And he talks about premium paint apps. Literally, it's gray, and you've got some dirt paint on it, some little rust and stuff. Don't stop McFarlane in these dirty. I told everyone that he was just going to keep raising the price if they kept buying his shit for too much money, but nobody listens to Rowdy Riles. Well, 12 to 14 people do, so I appreciate y'all for being here. In this NCR Ranger, so all these elite things, because he puts a bunch of accessories in, which he's done before. I don't know if you remember that he released a She-Spawn that was $30. That came with like 12 freaking guns, and on top of being a painted figure and all that stuff. And that was $30, and that was She-Spawn. Like, granted, licensing, he owns Spawn, but there is not a $30 licensing tax on top of a $30 figure, because these are $30 figures max. The way that they're engineered and the plastic that he uses, in my opinion, makes them $20 figures max. But I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt, the tariffs and all that stuff coming, and give you a $10 price raise. But any action figure that Todd McFarlane is making, and I'm even talking about the big ones, like the big tall ones, like I know he did a Frost Giant from The Witcher, and he had the Kaiju. I don't know how much that Kaiju was, what, like $40 from Superman? None of them are worth $60. None of them are worth over $30. He uses the cheapest materials possible. And to add insult to injury, you're charging $60 for this, and you're not even going to attempt a cloth goods coat or a faux leather coat for the NCR Ranger. Fuck you, dude. And this Lucy looks mid as fuck for $60. Look how big that diaper is. That is the biggest McFarlane diaper I've ever seen. Like, look at this. Is this premium paint to you? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shades. 6 different shades of paint, and they're all in the same exact monochromatic look. Like, it's just shades of gray and brown. It pisses me off that people are like, oh, it's gonna be Fallout figures. No, these are not Fallout figures. These are cash grabs for Todd McFarlane, trying to find his little gap fill in for the DC multiverse that he lost, couldn't bid enough on. Ugly pins. And the jacket looks like poop. Like, it's painted like shit. Shit from a butt. So. And then she's got this dopey looking face because Todd will insist on, I don't think he's done photo printing on faces yet. I think they're still all hand painted or whatever. Gray on gray, blended on gray. Absolutely. The dog looks like shit from a butt. Yeah, it looks like Play-Doh. It looks like it's made out of Play-Doh. Look at that thing. Or at least they fixed the eyes, but look at that shade. What dog is a bright fucking orange? Like, if you give that a black wash, maybe it would look better. But no, you just kind of said, no, it's shit for baby diarrhea. Let's do baby diarrhea brown for the dog. So there's that. His fucking Fallout line. God, I would kill for some awesome 6-inch. Jada, get the Fallout line. But not for the show, for the games. And I'm talking about Fallout 1, 2, and 3. You can get, you know, all that stuff in there. And here we've got his reused... Yep, there's still pins in there. I need my glasses. I can't see y'all, but I don't want to wear them. His reused ninja body from Mortal Kombat 11, just marketed. I mean, I think these are some of the older figures, or they could be new. I don't know, because I don't care. Is the dog's name Cheeto? No, that's someone else's name who shall not be named. Yo, there wasn't a new South Park this week. I'm kind of pissed about that. They're like, oh, we're taking a week off. Why though? Why? All right, all they're doing is showing us Scorpion and Sub-Zero, which... Oh, joy. More ninjas, everybody. More ninjas. Oh my God. How many shots of these guys do you need? Okay, can I, you're going to give me nausea. Oh, the backs of these figures. All right. So I think we're done with McFarlane here. I don't think we need to, look at those anymore. Persona 5. I don't care about Persona 5. So here is their tease. This was on their in their booth on Sunday. Dupe, right? His name's Dupe, who's also non-binary. So Dupe doesn't have a gender. Dupe just is Dupe. So that's pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure, I still have the damn hiccups. I'm pretty sure this is a hint at Maximum Deadpool, which, you know, if they re-release the Renew Your Vows body for Deadpool and call it Maximum, the Maximum line is dead. Dupe just is. Dupe is a non-binary dupe. Maximum effort. Well, if they use the Renew Your Vows body again, it's not maximum effort. What they should do is sculpt straps or whatever onto the chest with a new torso, make some new, bigger, beefier arms and bigger, beefier legs, leave the toe articulation, add new head sculpts, unmasked, masked, partially masked, whatever. Throw in a different artist style in there too if you want. But they need to make a new body. They cannot use Renew Your Vows, because if they do, then the point of the Maximum line is completely gone. Like, it is good to see a new dupe. No, not a taco truck. A chimichanga truck, Stu. Chimichangas. I don't need it, but at this point, when you've already added it to a lot of figures, and then you may as well just put it on every figure. You may as well. What was that from? You may as well. Oh, the short that I made. That was funny. Well, I already have 3. I may as well get the rest of them, you know. So, I made a short, so check that out if you want. Lots of pictures of Dupe. Here is an in-hand look. Cool. We do have some Marvel Legends stuff to look at. Here's an in-hand look at World War II Wolverine. A lot less animated looking than he looked in the render, so I do appreciate that. I appreciate that he's got a normal head, and you could stick him in with your G.I. Joes if you wanted to, or wherever, you know. Over Deadpool, I want tacos. Oh yeah, tacos for you. Get Stu some tacos, everyone. And Spider-Man. Toe articulation is a must have for Spider-Man, for crouching and stuff. So in World War, and what this is based on is before they had written that his claws were a mutation. So originally, when he got the adamantium graft, the claws were like a bonus until they retconned it that the claws were bone underneath. So when they did this World War II Wolverine comic, he was tying claws onto his knuckles, and they weren't adamantium. So that is why, Bobby. Also, hello, welcome. So he does not have he does not have claws. He doesn't have poppable claws at that point. But this head sculpt does look really nice. Yeah, the claws are tied. They're tied with like leather or something. So tacos for Stubaka. So what I'm gonna make for dinner is because I'm gonna go grocery shopping tomorrow when I get more money. So I don't know if y'all have done this, but this is like a food hack. So you get some pizza sauce, you get a tortilla, and you get some mozzarella and Mexican cheese, and you throw that shit on top of the tortilla and you throw it in the oven for like 5-10 minutes, and you got a crispy tortilla pizza, and it's pretty good. So life hack right there. He should be, but you know, it's just Wolverine. And yeah, I don't know. Did they make James Howlett like a canon name for him? I know it was from the movies, and they like added it in some comics afterwards, but you know, he's always gonna be Logan to us. And then we have Emperor Doom in hand or in box, which is mostly reuse. It is what it is. I'm sure it'll be a Walmart exclusive or something. Yeah, that's the complete reuse of the Doom body with this Doctor Strange cape. So there's literally nothing new on this figure. Not a thing new, which is a shame, but it's a repaint, so it's also expected. That's what I'm saying. It's been all over the place as far as the comic books, what his name actually is and isn't, and when it was and wasn't. Here's that. So I posted a story on Instagram the other day. So there's brand new articulation here. It doesn't look like there's any ab crunch, but that's because, so the top part and the bottom part, so her chest area and her waist are connected by a single double jointed barbell. And then the corset is rubber or soft plastic. So she should be able to go forward and backward and all that stuff without a visible ab crunch. Every other Doom is expensive. Yeah, I sold 2 Dooms. I sold the Scroll Wave Doom and the Secret Wars Doom because I don't need them anymore. I did my video and I don't have a place for it. And as much as I would love to have a Secret Wars shelf, I don't want to rebuy the figures that I would need. So I have representation of everything, and I sold both of those Dooms for like $60. So it was a pretty good deal for me, honestly. Dupe again. Let's see, what is there? Where's Mephisto? No Mephisto? I want to see I saw it to the side. Here we go. I mean, these are the official photos, so I guess we can, or not. Huh. They don't have a gallery for Mephisto? Oh, here we go. Because we were just looking at the live stream. Creme de la creme. I already got my pre-order in, so $80. 279, yeah, $80. But I'd say for that, look at this throne. It looks sick. Someone was saying it looks like a McFarlane thing, and no, there's a lot more going on. McFarlane would give you a hunk of plastic with no wash and no paint and say, there's a throne. Just look at his Metatron and the Batman with the Mobius chair. So Mama says tacos are little pieces of sunshine. Yep, Mama is right. Tacos are delicious. So is tortilla pizza. And look at the back. Like, no, that ain't no McFarlane throne. That's an $80 Hasbro limited pre-order throne. Because look at the paint, look at the detail, all the muscle and the chains sculpted, and yeah. Wow, they're really trying to upset some people here, aren't they? Because we got Spider-Man with Mephisto. But that's a really cool pick. with Spidey balancing on the sword. And here's the stuff that Mephisto comes with. Whoa. We also get a cloth. Okay, that's cool. So he has a plastic loincloth and a plastic cape, but they're also giving us a cloth loincloth and a cloth cape. That is interesting. I hadn't seen that until this point. And they're just giving us different hair on the head. That's really the only difference. I mean, I guess there's slight differences, but I would have liked another head sculpt, maybe with him like laughing, like ha ha ha, you know. Crouching spider, hidden Mephisto. Yeah, exactly. What's up, you boys? Got toys? How's it going? It's only giving McFarlane vibes because of Spawn. Yeah, but Mephisto was doing hell shit before Spawn was even a twinkle in Todd's high school gym socks, you know? Just want this throne alone if I can afford it. I'm sure there's going to be some people selling the throne after they get their figures. Some people don't want that. But for me, I would make a whole, like, I would put Dormammu and Lilith and Blackheart and all that with Mephisto, like, bowing down to him or something. I have used the tortilla to make everything. Peanut butter and jelly tortilla. There he is next to Maximum Spider-Man. Gosh, these hiccups are killing me. Oof. They have not gone away this whole time. Yeah, then we got the Shakespeare skull hold going on there. So I guess he comes with that skull too. I guess. I didn't see it. Oh yeah, there it is again. Part of the base maybe. With his giant sword. Using the Force. Sitting on top of the throne like a weirdo. There's where he sits. Made out of skin, it looks like. Skin and muscle. And then we got Morph. Our non-binary friend Morph. On the Twink Marvel Legends body. Sorry. It's kind of funny. He's very, very small. Who is this guy? Who's the head sculpt of? Because that head sculpt looks way too big on Morph. The photographer deserves for that. Yeah, those are some good glamour shots from Mephisto. Because that head looks humongous on that Marvel Legends Twink body. And that one looks like Nicholas Hoult. I saw people saying, and they're kind of right. Oh, you get 2 extra heads and that one. So 3 heads and 2 hands. Henry Garrick, Mutant Hater. Gotcha. Yeah, I knew the name vaguely. I just couldn't remember it. That's what everyone wants, right? A Mutant Hater head. We all want a Mutant Hater head. Now, if they made a Magic in this outfit, I'd be all over it because I have the other Magic, but her and the New Mutants outfit would be really cool. We already got Sunspot there with a new flame effect, I believe. That's new. Whatever that is on the hand, that's new. So, oh yeah, completely new fireball there. So that's interesting to see. We're gonna look at all these, I guess. Once again, Black Suit Rogue. We've already had this release, but this one is pinless, double jointed with what looks to be. I'm not gonna say it's wired because look how thin that looks, but it looks to be at least better than the capes that we've gotten in the past as far as cloth capes for Storm. Yeah, screw Mutant Hate. We don't need that here. It's okay. I called his regular head the Twink head. See, great minds think alike. Morph we're going to call Morph the Twink Buck. That's what we're going to call that. Not the Morph Buck. Oh, she being sassy right there. Look at Aurora go. She said, hey, girl. Does look good. Don't need it. Don't need it. I even got rid of my white suit Jim Lee Storm, assuming they would make a better one with pinless double joint. So they'll get there. Here's the 2-pack Wolverine. Did they paint the arm hair on this one? I can't tell. Yes, they did. See? They did it for this one, but they didn't do it for, oh, and look, an angry Wolverine head. And I don't know if he doesn't look yellow to me. He looks more tan like he should, as opposed to like jaundiced or scurvied. And I already have this Storm. Although she has pinless double joints on her legs and arms at this point. New head looks nice, but I already have that Storm. That's the Storm on my shelf right now, which came with the not Warpath, the other one, his brother. Yeah, the costume is clean. I really like that New Mutants styled costume. If it is, I think it's New Mutants, right? Oh no, I did it again. Yeah, that's where I was. I know maybe Toy Biz did one, but that is a good question. Although she is a very old lady, old and wrinkled, and she has to sit in a chair, so they'd have to make a chair for her. And I assume Hasbro just doesn't want to spend the tooling on it. Those are the lightning effects from Electro, so I'm glad they're getting more use out of those. If this goes on clearance, I may get it for the upgrades and then sell the old ones, like get rid of my, but people are pointing out how thin that stripe is, which is accurate to the show, probably. I would just hope that the skin tones on this would be more swappable with other Wolverines, but because this is definitively an animated style head, so. Oh, I can't wait to get to the Gambit one. What the heck? What am I looking at here? All right, guy, I just gotta scroll past this. Let me actually just not. All right, let me find the other thing I was gonna look at. We're just gonna look at better pictures of the Marvel Legends stuff. Where is that really bad? I'm gonna find it. Here we go. This. Oh, and there's Mephisto in hand. All right, we'll get to it because there's more stuff that wasn't included in the other group of photos. There is Mephisto in hand with his skull. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. Was that? It's a shame when you get Madam Web movie figures. Well, apparently she's under fire for that commercial she made right now, and it's literally the only thing Fox News is talking about, her quote unquote good genes. But the company, to be fair, the company that, oh look, this is a prototype for sure because he's got pins right there, metal pins. The company that she did that commercial for, the owner of that company is terrible. So if you're an American apparel brand like American Eagle, Hollister, whatever, the owner is probably a piece of crap. So rightfully catching fire for that commercial, but who knows? She just got a bag and her manager's like, you're going to do this. And this looks even better. This looks even better painted. I don't know if they're all going to be that good because obviously, like I said, prototypes. So this is hand painted, a lot of love and detail and care taken to it. Hopefully it's the same for all of them because that looks fantastic. It's got shading, it's got a wash, it looks really good. There's the other Mephisto head, World War II Wolverine again. Emma. See, a lot of these are good, but then you add the fact that it's got an animated style head on it, and I just don't. Okay. All right. This is garbage. So I don't know if you know this. I'm sure everyone's already seen this at this point or heard it, but this body that they're using for Gambit is reused from their starting line NBA figures that were sitting at Ollie's for the last year. So not only is this not a Marvel Legends style body, it's definitely not a Gambit's body. This is also very gangly and very twinky. So when you put a plastic jersey on it, it kind of builds it out. But having the shirt off with this crotch diaper and the weird, no, this is a big old no. And then why even include this cloth shirt? Because look how thin it is. Look at the horrible seam on this and the loose threads. I hope that they fix that on release. But do we need another X-Men 97 Rogue other than her outfit from season 2, which we already have if you got the Destiny and Rogue 2-pack, and then you just put an X-Men 97 head sculpt on it, and there you go. You got Rogue from season 2. It's pretty bad. Yeah, they sure did. They sure did. And it's not even worth it for these head sculpts. Like, that's, when would you ever use Gambit with a bandana on? Yeah, that may work. Although Kazar is a little bit shorter and less gangly than Gambit, but Gambit's built. He's not like gangly, like skinny. He's like skinny ripped, and that's just like emaciated looking. Really visible seam there. I don't know. It's a new head sculpt for Rogue. This one doesn't look as animated as the rest of the figures. This is more of a like realistic looking Aurora, in my opinion, which is fine. And then we got another brown suit Wolverine. And then this, I want this 2-pack. Just for Cyclops. I will put the X-Men 97 original Cyclops on my NBC shelf, and I will put this guy as my main Cyclops. Because this look for Cyclops, Secret Wars look, big boots. The Mankini does not look as bad. In hand, obviously these look better than that. It's just the angle. The belt is down way too low in the box, but you move it up and it's not as bad. So bleh. Yes. And sha-la-la-la. All right, what else do we have to look at? There's definitely more stuff. It's just a matter of do I want to dedicate time to that or not? Oh, we didn't talk about this. This is the HasLab. For looking at the other screen while looking at the screen at the same time, it hurts my neck. All right, so they're putting out the base for what's the HasLab gonna be? What's it gonna be? It's the LTAP. And keep in mind, I'm sure it's going to fund. It's the vintage collection. Don't get me wrong. But this is a ship that they have released at retail before in that scale. This just has extra bells and whistles. So it's not like it's something we haven't seen before. It just is slightly bigger. And it's $450, I believe. It's definitely bigger than that guy's torso. So it is very big, but do we think it's worth $450? What's up, Alejandro? Yeah, they really like to put good Storm figures behind a paywall, don't they? Don't they? It sucks. Well, thank you for popping in, Alejandro. Good to see you. Black Series, the Line Can't Quit. I have so many. Go check out my collection update. I just did it like last week, so go check that out. You can see all my Black Series, and yeah, it's not worth $450. No way in hell. There is no way in hell. But that's how much it's going to cost, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. It looks nice. All the different paints, all the panels, and all that stuff. Also, yes, hello Jeff. CJ says, how's it going? Check out Jeff streaming Star Wars: The Old Republic. Let him know what days you stream it, Jeff. I know you stream it like noon to whenever, but so it is $450. Yeah, and now keep in mind, so you could hang this up on your ceiling in a diorama and have it like in the back and have it like it's up in orbit, but who's gonna spend $450 just for that? I already have an Empire Vader and Luke. The wired cape on Vader is kind of tempting though, but no, I'm not. I could just buy a wired cape for Vader if I really wanted to, so I'm going to pass on that. Every day but Thursday. So Jeff streams the Old Republic stream every day but Thursday. So make sure you check him out. Go subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, I didn't get a chance because Max had asked me about this on my stream last week, and I hadn't seen what it was yet, or even if they had announced it at that point. But you know, it's cool. I don't collect 3.75. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And I guess it's got a removable front or something, or swappable panels is what they're showing. And then they're pulling out, it comes with 3 Jedi. Yeah, they're pulling out the figures that it comes with. So we get 3 Jedi and some clone troopers in phase 1, clone troopers, a clone pilot. And then it's completely hollow on the inside. But it does have lights and stuff, so there's that for $450, right? I really want to know if when these HasLab funds, if like tariffs and all that stuff are really affecting production and distribution and all that stuff, are they gonna try to make you pay more after the fact? They're like, hey, I know we said $450 plus shipping, but it's actually gone up to $550 plus shipping, and the shipping is $150. So please pay for it. I really want to know where stuff like this is going to be going, and also announcing this when they have another HasLab going on that's ending around the same time this is starting. You almost think people are made of money. Yeah, of course, of course they will, but it's just like, what's going to happen when they do that? What's going to be the response from consumers? Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Especially for something that's not in the scale of stuff I would collect. So it looks nice, but look at the inside. So that's what I'm saying about the cost. This whole hull part, which is accurate, but it's hollow. So you can sit some people, but there's no detail or any of that stuff on the inside. It's just an open shell. So I don't know, $450 is very steep. Nice display base, but okay, there it is, opened up more. So yeah, just completely empty on the inside. So you pull these out, which is nice that they extend, like, you know, like in the movie, but you're paying $450 for a front heavy ship with nothing on the inside, except for what you put inside of it. And I guess that's really what matters, right? What you put inside of it. They have to know there's a decent crossover between G.I. Joe and Star Wars. Because they're greedy. There's a record store here in SF, and the owner has all the Star Wars HasLab displayed on the wall. Stumbled in because I saw it from outside. That's pretty cool. Definitely would be cool to see them all together, for sure. It was really funny that they did the Razor Crest, and then, like, spoiler alert, but this is, what, season 2 of The Mandalorian? Razor Crest blew up. Right when the HasLab was shipping, it was kind of funny. Everyone's like, oh, I just bought the ship and it fucking blew up on the show. I can't believe you did this, Disney. Hasbro didn't know that was going to happen. They just knew it was a cool ship, and Disney told them they needed to make it. So they were like, all right, HasLab time. It's HasLab time. I picture that's Hasbro up in their office. They're just like, because, you know, they own Power Rangers. It's HasLab time. Give me your best ideas. Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, not Black Series. You know, that's probably how they do it, I would assume. So we get some panels, woohoo, $450. We get some graffiti panels. Interesting. Who's doing that? Because Sabine wasn't born during the Clone Wars. She wasn't alive at that point, right? She was born under Imperial rule. But we get Horseface, we get Hornhead, and who's the other Jedi? Hornhead 2, who I believe is a Zabrak. How's it going, Tulili? I'm so curious as to where the value is here, especially if there's no internal playset feature. I'd be extremely interested to see a breakdown of how they praise this. 450 asking price. Well, I'll tell you how. So the mold for this, it probably cost them. Let's just say, this is not factual. This is just a for instance. So say the mold, the complete molds for all the stuff that they're doing, brand new, $25,000. You put in the plastic, which is slightly cheaper. So we'll call that for every single figure. Well, actually, it's probably more because the mold, you produce it and then you go directly off of that. So $25K for the mold. 100K for all the plastic they use. This is just for reference. I'm not, this is an example for this, for anything at a big scale, a smaller scale, whatever. So you pay for the plastic, paint, slap another 500 on there per HasLab or whatever. And then you start doing but this is all exaggerated because if they were doing like Marvel Legends figures and making new molds, this is a more, I mean, no, this is a brand new HasLab. So yeah, no, like slap $500 on for the paint. And then, you know, you're already looking at 30, 35, 36,000 down without any money made for it. And then you have your threshold, which you want to hit to fund it, to pay for all this. And then you got to make money on top of that. So it's not in what you're getting itself. You're getting it. Hasbro's making it. So they're going to charge you what they need to charge you for them to make money. So that is where that $450 price comes from. It's not because the total cost to you should be $450. It's because there's a markup there to cover all that extra effort and cost they put into making this whole thing. So I'm stoned. So that was like a terrible analogy. But what I'm saying is the real cost of this is probably about $200. And you're getting about a $250 markup from Hasbro for shipping all the new stuff they put into it, paying the factories, paying the paint, all that stuff. That's where the extra money comes from. That's why it's $450 as opposed to $250, $200. And that's just how it is. Yeah, also the licensing fee. So that's the 50 at the end of it. That's why it's $450. That's where the cost comes from. It's not because they're trying to justify that this cost, because if they were selling this at cost, they would not make a single cent. They would be losing money. So that's just how it is. You're paying for a big vehicle. You're going to pay out the butt for it. Like, what was that Ecto? Which I'd say the Ecto 1 Kickstarter was a way better deal because it's a bigger vehicle. It's 1/12 size. It's got way more lights and sounds. You get the 4 Ghostbusters with it. You get Slimer. You get Rick Moranis' character, the librarian. Yeah, so we'll talk about the Maximum stuff really quick. So the Maximum Spider-Man is 100% new. This is another for instance, right? So Hasbro's not making any money on that, selling it. Even at $50, they're not making a lot of money. Making it probably like $10. And that's what leads to Maximum Hulk being mostly reuse, because they shuffle the funds around that they are making from Maximum Spider-Man. Now they have the new mold. They're going to have to reuse that mold over and over and over and keep selling stuff. The mold cost is gone. So that $25,000 they put down, it's gone. And then that's for anything. That's for any mold, anything like this. So what's up, Bobby? How's it going? Just talking about why shit costs so much. Probably like $200, honestly, like 200, 250. So they're making at least half of the money back on you just by charging you $450. And if you want it, you're gonna get it. That's how it is. That would be really cool. Fully articulated, Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. That would be really cool. Toy industry is very fickle. I think about, there's a toy line that I really want to start. Like there's something that no one's making. And I feel like I'm passionate enough about the subject that I would want to make a toy line. But I have no idea how to do that. Crowdfund, Kickstart, all that stuff. I really want to see if I have to make it, maybe at some point I'll have the opportunity. But I really want to see a cryptid toy line. You know, we're getting some Bigfoots now, but I want to see shit like the Jersey Devil, Chupacabra, Mongolian Deathworm, like stuff like that. I want to see and in Mongolian Deathworm, it may just look like a worm, but you can make it work. You can make it fully articulated. We can, you know, give it swappable heads, all that stuff. It would definitely be very penis-like. But, you know, that's why you would kickstart something like that. So my girlfriend asked me yesterday, she was like, and I've been thinking about this for a long time. She was like, if you could make any toy line, and I'm like, cryptids. That's what I would make. But the cost for that is astronomical. I certainly don't have the capital to do it. Yeah, obviously, Mothman, Nessie, yeah, stuff like that is where I would go. And to fund the bigger stuff, you'd have to sell the smaller stuff and then repaint the smaller stuff. So you'd have to do like recolors and like we're to an hour, so now we can just talk. So yeah, HasLab, not worth it. But if you want it, it's worth it. That's how it is for toy collecting. If you want it and you're willing to pay for it and you have the money and you're not going to hurt yourself financially by getting it, it's worth it. Yeah, Spring Heel Jack. Chupacabra is my favorite cryptid, so that one would be the one that I would make sure, like, this is the initial thing we're making, and then if you unlock the tiers, we're gonna do this other stuff. Chupacabra, fucking Chupacabra action figure. Nobody take my idea. If I see someone try to kickstart a cryptid line, you stole it from me, and I'm going to be very upset. I'll be very upset. But I know Mad Hatter just did his Flipboard line, and I'm sure the man was very worried. I mean, he did a Kickstarter, so he had all the funds, but, you know, getting it funded, because he's passionate about it, and it's a cool figure. A lot of people really appreciate it, and I'm kind of regretting not getting one, even though I don't collect Motu stuff, sorry. Or Motu scale. Oh, my God. But, you know, the audience is there for it, and he did a really great job, but it's expensive. It's crazy how much it would cost to make a single toy, let alone a whole line of toys. So that's where cost in HasLab and all that stuff is, and why stuff like that costs so much, and why, because just, all right, so I'm trying to figure it out what I'm trying to say. So not trying to get political, because this is the members only stream. Sometimes I do it anyway, but tariffs are a thing that's going to happen. And that's not a political thing to say at this point, because it's a fact. But when it costs more to import plastic, when it costs more to ship something from overseas, all that stuff is going to come down on us. So as expensive as it is to make something now, forget about making something a year from now. Just forget about it, because it's going to be way too expensive for anyone that doesn't already have the capital. Like, Hasbro was talking about just completely dropping the US as a market to just take care of the cost of what it would cost to ship and maintain figures here, because that's how much it would cost in shipping alone. And then they're like, oh, we made $145 million in tariffs. Yeah, off of the American people, you fucking clowns. What's up, Justin? How's it going? How's it going? More literature characters. There are 4-inch non-posable. Yes, but that's the thing. I want 1/12 fully posable cryptid figures. And yes, if we ever get there, I can definitely have you help me out. Hey, come on, guys, don't worry. Just relax, okay? It'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, I love South Park. Yo, it was so funny. So I was doing my San Diego Comic-Con stream last week, and someone watched the replay and was like, I was enjoying this until you got political, downvoted. And it's like, I was literally just talking about South Park. And I don't know if you do this, but South Park makes fun of everybody. And some people can handle it, and some people can't. And hey, come on, Satan, just let me slide in for a second. Come on, buddy, just relax, guy.
Oh, I really hate the way. Are you really in those files?
Oh, relax. Yeah, and please watch the new South Park episode. It's so funny. R2D2 going off means that my girlfriend is texting me probably. Yeah, she's at work, so she's texting me. But yeah, I guess that's it. We talked about the stuff I wanted to talk about from SDCC. I didn't go over everything, but that's because not everything interests me. I like how people are saying, "Oh, South Park isn't relevant anymore, bro." South Park has always been relevant. They just made. How is something that's not relevant? How are the creators going to make 1.5 billion with a fucking B? For 60 episodes? Like, sure, they're not relevant. Keep telling yourself that. Just relax, guy. But on that note, I just watched oh man, if y'all haven't seen the new season of It's Always Sunny, it hits. That shit still hits as well. Season 17 of It's Always Sunny is great. So watch that as well. I love that show. Any show that's like satiring horrible people and the horrible people watch it and they're like, "Oh, that guy's me. I love Cartman." It's like, yeah. Or I love Dennis. I think he's hilarious. It's like you're the person they're making fun of. But go off, Queen. But yeah, we're gonna Reddit is down the hall to left. Also, joke's on them, because if you comment, if you dislike, if you like, that's engagement. That gives me YouTube algorithm priority. They're like, "Oh, look, engagement, interaction. They must like this, regardless of whether they're downvoting it. They watched it." So, all right, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat some dinner and go to bed. Keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to your local LGBTQ community. If you're protesting, be safe. I love y'all. I'll see you next time, and bye-bye. Mwah.
Just wait 1 minute. I'm watching this new Rowdy Riles video and it's really awesome. I don't want to miss it. It's like this chick that reviews action figures and it's really freaking cool.
Yes, I think they saw some videos and there's some really good contents out there, you know?
She reviews the ponies and stuff because you knows I love ponies.
She doesn't review ponies. It's freaking cool stuff, Toki.